Okay, in this tutorial, we're going to take a look at rigid body dynamics again, and I'll show you how I take advantage of channels in order to do certain types of animation. And so what I have here, you should be familiar first of all with the playlist that I have for rigid body dynamics, because this kind of follows up with those lessons. Alright, so I have a couple of rigid body objects here. There's one in here, that's actually inside this long channel that I created, and this other one down here. Let's take a look over here, and there's the channel. And all it's doing is riding down the channel. Let me run the animation. So you'll see. So it actually comes riding in there. See, oh, it already broke free. If you have too much force, it breaks free. So it'll start over. So here it comes down. That hits the ground. And then this breaks out. Let's see. Somewhere that breaks out. Oh, no, it doesn't. It actually held its own in that case. So maybe it's your gondola that's, you know, out of control, or your or something. So basically, let me run through the setup of it real quick. Let me get this. Notice I'm using this background here that I was telling you about earlier. So it's actually, in this case, the wind doesn't matter. I just moved that to another channel, and I better verify that. I forgot I have that in there, but it shouldn't make any difference unless that was really helping it slide down. But no, it's just falling down with gravity. So basically all it is this guy's a rigid body object, set it at active right there. That one's a rigid body object, this one in there, that one there. A little blue one is a rigid body. Set as active, that's just a regular channel. Set as passive, so this little piece can't break through, and yet they're connected to each other through. If I look at this one right here and I go into the physics tab, then I notice I have a rigid body constraint set with the point type constraint and cone 1. This is cone and that is cone 1. And then I actually just I think I added it again. Yeah, I have cone 1 and cone also as constraints, just kind of reverse the constraint. I don't know if you need them both. I just put them both in there like that. In fact, actually, we ought to do that. We ought to see if you need both. You probably don't, but you know, when you know, I'll take it out. There we go. Let's run it, see if you actually do need it or not from the beginning. No, you don't need it, but it's not as smooth though. So you know. So obviously having them both in there seems to be important. That type of animation doesn't work quite as well like that. And so not much to it, pretty simple, but rigid body dynamics are really a lot of fun, and you can do a lot of cool things, and that's where building those channels from the previous lesson, things like that really come into play. Okay, well that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson.